All right, on 1 through 4, you just have to answer the questions about the measure of each of the indicated angle. So I'll just do number 2 to start with. And what's important about number 2 is that you have an isosceles triangle. So this triangle right here has two sides that are the same. There's 180 degrees in a triangle. So if you take 180 minus 80, 180 minus the 80, you get 100 degrees left. And the 100 degrees has to be split between those two angles, because in an isosceles triangle, the base angles are the same. So that means each of those angles are 50 degrees. On number 3, it's wanting the angle between the two diagonals. And you should know that's a rhombus because all four sides are the same, and the diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other, and they hit at 90 degrees. So that answer is 90 degrees. All right, let's go to, let's just do number 6. It's the same thing, same setup. So 180 minus 116 is 64. And if we split 64 into those two angles, we get 32. And it is a rhombus, all four sides are the same, which means the diagonal bisects the angle. So if that's 32, that's also 32 degrees. So that means 17x minus 2 is equal to the 32 degrees. And now you just do your algebra and solve. So add 2. 17x equals 34. Divide off the 17, x equals 2. Pause it when you need to. All right, so on the second page, this triangle right here, triangles, it is a rhombus. All four sides are the same. So I'm going to draw the triangle that it's talking about, all the pieces. So BU is 24. So this is 24. Oops, 24 on the inside there. And AD is 25. All right, so in a rhombus, the diagonals bisect each other. So it wants to know what CU is. So here's the triangle from C to U. That's X. This has to be 24, and that's 25. It is a right triangle. So all you got to do is the Pythagorean theorem. X squared plus 24 squared, that's your A and your B, equals 25 squared. Okay, so you have x squared equals 25 squared is 625 minus 24 squared, 576, I think. You're going to get 49 when you subtract those. And you take the square root, x is 7. So one thing I want to show you on number 10, it's a little different. So we go to number 10, that is not a rhombus. All four sides are not the same. Let me blow this up a lot here. So if UZ is 9, don't say that SZ is 9. It's not. Okay? It is not a rhombus. It's a kite. So I'm going to draw it a little bit differently so you can kind of see a bigger difference here. Okay, so now you have, let me put these all in here. TV is 48. So this whole line here is 48. And in a kite, that arm there has been bisected. So each of those is 24. All right, and then UZ is 9. And it wants SU. It wants the full length. All right, so we need to find this little x that's up there. So SV is 25. And in order to get S to U, the whole length here, we got to get SZ, which I put X over here. So again, I'm going to take this triangle outside here. 25, X, and 24. Same numbers as on number 9. You got a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's going to be x squared equals 49 when we're done. So x is equal to 7. So x is 7, but it doesn't want to know what x is. It wants that full length, so the 7 and the 9. So the answer to that one is really 16. 7 plus 9 is 16. That was a hard problem. You had to recognize that it was not a rhombus. All right. Now let's go down to 16. If we have time left, we'll take some questions. 16 is top plus the bottom divided by 2 is equal to the mid segment. All right. So top is 11.3, bottom is 19.7. Divided by 2, and that's supposed to be our mid segment. So the top together is 31. So that's 15.2 equals your mid segment. Pause it and try to figure it out. All right, on page 3. Again, this is top plus the bottom divided by 2 equals the mid segment. We don't know the top. The bottom is 24. The mid segment is 21. So how do you solve this? Well, you need to remove your fraction by multiplying by the denominator. And then we subtract the 24. And the top must have been 18. Let's take a look at number 20. So it's an isosceles trapezoid, which means the base angles are the same. So this is a horizontal line, or a parallel line to this one, cut by transversal, which means 97 and this angle are supplementary. They're consecutive interior angles. So you have to take 180 minus 97 and get 83, which means this is 83. Just like in an isosceles triangle, the base angles are the same. Well, we have an isosceles trapezoid, so these angles are the same, and same with the top. All right, so 97 and 83 and 83. Let me say that. So as soon as I get through most of these, I'll take questions and we'll add them to the end of the video here. So let's go to number 24, whatever. So CE is 12. So you have an isosceles trapezoid, which means your diagonals are the same length. So if CE is 12, this diagonal is 12, then the other diagonal has to be 12. So BD is 12. Should have been an easy answer. And we do 26. You have BD and AC. Those are both diagonals, so they have to be equal to each other. So 4x plus 7 is equal to 7. And then you just solve. And 0 divided by anything is 0. All right, let's add the next page. All right, so let's specific names. So I did put on Google Classroom all your answers, so you just kind of have to look at all those and understand it. So let me just kind of go through some of these. This 29 has to be a trapezoid. It has only one pair of parallel sides. A parallelogram, you have 2 pair of parallel sides. So 30 is a rhombus because you don't know what the angles are. 31 has to be a kite because all 4 sides are not the same, and it's not a trapezoid. 32 is a isosceles trapezoid, and so on and so forth. So just look at the answers for that. Let's go to 35. Same thing, but it shows by numbers. So your sides, so this is an isosceles trapezoid because your 2 sides are the same, and your other two sides are parallel. All right, let's go on to the next page. All right. And let's do 42 to start with. So it says, find the indicated measurement. Okay, so it's a parallelogram. Opposite angles are equal, so that's 100 degrees. Okay, let's look at another problem. How about 44? Opposite angles are equal, so this is 95. That's obtuse. This one's acute. So consecutive interior angles. So 180 minus the 95 will get you that answer, which is 85 degrees. 46, again, consecutive interior angles. So you add the two together and set them equal to 180. So 19x plus 4 plus 81 equals 180. 19x plus 85 equals 180. Subtract the 85. 19x is equal to 95 divided by 19. Oops. X is 5. All right, so you're either adding them together and equal to 180, or you subtract them, or you set them equal to each other. Like 48, those two are equal because they're opposite angles. All right, let's go to the last page. Okay. Let's see what we have on the last page here. Okay. So here we're just using n minus 2 equals 180 in a bunch of different ways. So I'm going to do number 50 to start. It's an octagon. So the instructions are find the interior sum, the total. So on this one, you're just doing n minus 2 times 180. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 times 180. 920, isn't it? Oh, 1080, sorry. 1080. Yeah, that's right. All right, so that's all you had to do on that group. And then let's go down and do number 54. We want one interior angle. So you do the exact same thing you just did. So how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 minus 2 times 180. So that's 9 times 180, and that gives you 1620. That's what they all add up to. So now we have to divide by 11 to get each individual angle. So divide it by 11, and you get 147.27 degrees. All right, and we go down. We're going to do the exact same thing again. I'll do number 58. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 again. So I'm going to go, let's pick a different one so it's not the same values. Let's do this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you do the exact same stuff again. 6 minus 2 times 180. So that's 4 times 180, which should be 720. That's what they all add up to. What are we doing in this? We are finding one exterior angle. So this is what they all add up to. What's the interior angle? So we take the 720 and divide it by 6, and we get 120 degrees. We want the exterior angle. So this is 180. It's a straight line. So that means the exterior angle must be 60. So 60 degrees would be the answer. All right. Okay, so now we're going to go back and answer some questions. We're going to go to number 5. So on number 5, how do we do it? Again, this is 96 degrees. It's isosceles, which means the angles are the same. So we got to figure out what that angle is. So you still take 180 minus 96, and you get 84 degrees. 84 degrees to be split evenly to those two. So 3x plus 12 must be equal to 42. All right, so subtract 12. 3x equals 30. Divide by 3. X is 10. And it does say solve for x, so we're done at that point. So I'll pause it.